everyone. Okay, so I'm Bearberry_uni, but you could also call me Sarah. That's my name. You could call me Bearberry. Just call me anything really. Just don't make it mean. But today, I will be showing you Procreate and why it's worth. Also, these three pictures are at the bottom. Petals, blue Monaco, and bamboo flute. Yes, these I did not draw. They come with it, but I'll get to that in a second. So, as you can see, oh yeah, and primary. I didn't draw that. So, Procreate costs £10. Actually it costs £9.99, but it costs £10, and it's worth the money. It's a very, very good drawing app. I'd say get it. And if you're still unsure about me, I'm going to explain why it's very good. So, if you press select, I'm just going to select this flower, this 11 times 8.5, that's just blank. You can see at the top it says preview, share, duplicate and delete. And you can see it also says stack, but it's dark. But if I select two things, say this flower, then I can stack. And then it's two artworks together. And then if you go on, this happens, and you can select them as well, and you'll be just the same, just without the stack option. If I don't press select, then I can press import, and I can basically just import anything I'd like, but I don't know what I just imported. Anyway, moving on. If I put in photo, I can select any photo from my photo gallery. Most of these have been sent to me by my friends. So let's just get this cute cotton candy. Oh, well, sometimes that might happen. But basically, if you do that, it will just put the photo in, and then you will be able to draw on a photo. If you press this plus, it basically just gives you a new canvas, like a new thing to draw on. So at the top, we'll have a separated part in the bit. It will see the screen size, and it's basically just what your screen size is. Then there's a square, which will just be a square. There's 4K, A4, which is like the regular piece of paper you'd see. There's 4x6 photo, paper and comic. I'd go with screen size personally, or square, but it's your choice. Now, if you go on, you will see there's a lot of different things. If you press at the top, so right here it says gallery. That would just take you to the place we were before. Then there seems to be this little wrench, I think it's called. So yeah, so you can set a file, or a photo. You can take a photo. You just need to let it access your cameras. You can add text, so like that. But I think mine's in white, so you won't see. There. If I do this and I add text, hopefully, yes, you can see, you can just add some text. And then you can stretch it out, and they kind of wriggle a bit. It's kind of fun. And then you have cut, which is cutting a layer. There's copy canvas, and paste. Now, if you go onto canvas, there's crop and resize. So you can basically make it big or really, really tiny. And you can reset it so how it was before. Then there's this animation assist. I don't know, drawing guide. It basically just makes it like if you go to school, which you probably do, then it just makes it look like a math book. Let me just make it blue. So as you can see, if I just make it red, then you can see it kind of helps me to know what size I'd like for it to be. Also, if you double tap on the screen, like if you tap the screen with 2 fingers, it will undo. But if you tap the screen with 3 fingers at the same time, it will redo. 4 fingers doesn't do anything apart from this. But if you do that, you can press that. If you do that, you can press this little button here, and it will just get all this back. Next, this you don't really need to know. This is video, so it's a time lapse. So yeah, time lapse. Then there's prefs light inference. Just makes everything look white. Then I'd prefer it to be dark. Right hand inference just makes that bar on the right. I'd rather it there. The brush cursor. Now let's see this. Okay, so I'd just leave it like it is. Probably the best thing to do. Now, if we go into this magic wand, if I draw a line, then I press the magic wand, the hue I can change so it looks like a different colour. I can make it so its saturation is different. And I can change the brightness, and that also kind of changes the colour a bit. Now this, this I'm not really that sure about. Okay, so it basically can make colours, and you can fill it in with whatever colour you like. And then you have a bunch of that. Ellipse E. Then you can do the same just with rectangles. You can even make them a square if you look carefully. Then there's this. If you remove, then I don't know what it does. If you press add, I don't know what it does. Oh, okay, so it basically just takes away part of the circle. So it'd be kind of good doing like pupils, I guess. And then there. So there, you see I've made like a donut or halo. That's a very thick halo. There. That might be better. Now, if I press add, it will just colour in those lines again. Now, let's stop. Yeah, and now I've got all these perfect lines. As you can see, if you zoom in, it is very pixely. Don't worry, it's all part of the process, but say I drew a man really tiny with a massive head, what I could do to make it so it wasn't so small is I press this little arrow up here, and then you see how it says fit to screen at the bottom. We'll get to that in a second, but Freedom basically lets you change the size of it, how big, and it does it to everything on that layer. So if I just want to show you, if you want to make a new layer, you go to this box and then you press this plus and you've got a new layer. Then if you draw a man again, stick figure, if I do this, it will only go to this guy. But if I go to uniform, it's practically the same. To sort, practically the same, except it's a little different, I think. Yes, it's a bit different. For uniform, it's pretty much the same as Freedom. The sort is like the different one. It kind of like makes it look more 3D. And then warp is just like a bit like a more detailed. So you can change the shape of the head, change the like width of the arms. But if you make advanced mesh, it's just like this, and it's got little dots, and it's strange. Then if I press flip horizontally, it just flips it like that. It makes it all upside down. You can rotate it. You can do this, and then this will just reset it to the way it was originally. And then if you press fit to screen, it will do it. So it fits to screen, basically. Surprise. But if I just press the reset button, then okay, next part. So here's the brush. You change your brush size here, see, you change the brush opacity here. So is it going to be more see-through, or like opaque, or transparent, translucent? And if you keep on layering it, it will eventually build up to being opaque. I usually keep it on full opacity, and I usually keep the size on about 4. It's a good size for the rest of my drawings. Then this will smudge your page, and if you go back to brush, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of different things. There's water, organics, like mountain ash, and the wild grass. The wild grass looks very nice. Look at that, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, if I just make that, there's these metal-y looking ones, there's these bright, shiny, special ones, there's these like crazy ones, these are like hairs or skin, and I hate the zombie skin because I'm scared of zombies. Then there's different spray paints, it's quite cool. Then elements is like rain, snow, ocean, water, flames, clouds. Very cool. Charcoals, different types of charcoals. And there's abstract things like this. It's super cool. Look at that, guys. It's a triangle. And I'm using a paintbrush. Now, if I just reset using 2 fingers, like I told you. I'm sorry if it sounds like a call. I do have one. There's this grid. It's pretty cool. Like you have a second grid. It's really cool. Like I have a second grid now. There's this airbrushing one. I usually use this for my rubber. There's all these crazy ones like this. This is so cool. Look at it. It's so pretty. Then there's this artistic one. Then there's different paintbrushes. There's loads. There's drawing. And the best one for making a drawing is the Studio pen. It is one of the best pens for just making a drawing. It's very good. And if I just make it quite small, you can see it's very good. I just did a fancy F the way I'm taught in school. And I just love doing this music notation thing. It's so much fun. Look at it. It's so cool. So pretty. Okay. I'm going off topic. So this is like a smudge. It smudges right here. And I'd probably use like either maybe a spray paint and maybe make it quite small. Make sure you always check what size it is because it can totally ruin your artwork if you make it too big and you'd have to reset. This is the rubber. Right now it's at full size, so it's quite large, but it ruined my beauty. I'm going to put that back. But basically, it can basically just rub out anything that's on that layer. So, it's quite cool. As you can see, there. There's the exact same ones as the others. I usually keep it on the airbrushing. Then back to layers. This is where you change your colours. So you could either do disc, which is quite nice. The classic, which I use the most. Then there's this harmony thing. It's weird, but it's here. And it's cool. And you can change which one it is. So you either have this cute mint green or this cute pastel. Then the value. This is strange. I don't really. So this is like hue, saturation, brightness. I don't know what the others are. And then there's palettes. So you can add your own. Or you can use the 3 giving one, Ascend, Campfire and Flourish. Or you can add your own. And you can create a new palette, adding whatever colours your little heart desires. Go on, do it. I might add like a ugly yellow. And then I'm not quite sure how you change the name of it. Yes, so if you just click on Untitled, then you can call it Ugly. And now I can set it to default. And as you can see, it's right here. And it's called Ugly because this is ugly yellow. But it will always be very good. Look how ugly that colour is. How did I choose it? Out of all the colours, I managed to choose this horrible colour. Horrid. And as you can see, this is a eyedropper. And it will just eyedrop your thing. But if you also hold on the screen without moving, it will go to the eyedropper. And you can select your colour. There. And this little arrow right here and right here is just your undo and redo. Anyway, this is Procreate. It's definitely worth the money. I have not figured out everything on it yet, but it's a very good app. I even have done noughts and crosses on this, and I won. And I drew an avocado. Also, on a different iPad I have, on my other iPad, this is not going to be mine for too long, but I have a bunch of drawings of evolutions, and if you don't know what Pokemon Eevee is, then who are you? Because you're crazy. And I've just been drawing stuff. Anyway, I definitely recommend this app. It's very good. and I hope you get it. And if you do, then well done. You've not wasted any money at all. This app is absolutely amazing. It gets a big tick from me for being amazing. I give it an A+ because it's so good. And a tick, and another tick, and another tick, and then this tick. It's so good. It's just so good. It's so cool. And it's also perfect to do 3 marker challenge. Look, I was just making you one. Okay, there. So I could literally close my eyes. I'm going to do that. Then what am I pressing? Okay, I think I don't know. I think I'm pressing the thing. I think I pressed something. There. Okay. Oh wow, I actually managed to pick a nice colour. Makes me happy. One of my favourite colours is yellow, but if it is very, very pastel. Pastel yellow. My favourite yellow. Look. So pretty. It's so pretty. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was me just explaining stuff, but a friend from school called Artsy. You should go check out her YouTube channel. But she's a really good YouTuber. Go check out her channel. And she uses Ibis Paint, and she requested that I make a video on Procreate, so she could see if she might want to get it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I know it was a bit of an odd one, but I shall be seeing you all later. Goodbye.